What's up, everybody? Welcome to Dragonryders Media, baby. I'm your host, Vincent, aka Dragonrider, man. Look, this is the first podcast of 2025, baby. I'm loving it, man. Hey, I'm telling you what, look, 2024 was a great year. It was awesome, but you know what? We hitting it hard, getting back to business for 2025, man. And you know, I had to bring my mentor, my ace, my partner, Mr. David Chen to the stage, man. Because you know what? I'm tell you, look, I'm gonna be honest, be all the way honest, not to pump up his head real quick before I bring him on. But look, if there wasn't no David Chen, and there would be no Dragonryders Media right now, man, because I'm gonna tell you what, this man has helped guide me through a lot of different difficulties in promoting myself, getting my and really understanding what I want in life and how I want to conduct myself, and the business side of things, man. I want to be the man, the entrepreneur, the guy that everybody wants to talk to, man. And I'm telling you what, David has really he's really given me the confidence to be who I am all the time. Ain't no faking, ain't no flaunting. This is me 100% all the way. Let's welcome to the stage, Mr. David Chen.
Man, that was one of the nicest things you ever said to me. How you doing, my friend?
I'm serious, man. Hey, it's legit, bro. Because I tell my wife all the time. I'm like, look, I said, you know, David made. Hey, when we be having these meetings, man, like the confidence that he's instills in me, man. It's like when I get done, I'm like, woo. I'm pumped, man. It's like I'm like pregame. Woo!
Woo! I can't even speak no more because I have no more voice at this point in my voice. You know, it's totally guacamole, man. But you know, it's a testament of who you are and things that you do in this world, man. How you doing?
Appreciate it, man. So how are things going for you for 2025 so far, man?
I mean, you know, for me, it's going great. It's been a phenomenal year. I think already starting off, this is many years of planning, you know, 20 years of hard work, filming, getting ready to go to kind of take it to the next level. And I think we've been fortunate enough to do that. That's been a higher elevation of things. But then we found the second part of it, which is what I teach in the business side of things, you know, as I coach and advise, is the real manifestation belief. How else can a homeless legal make and do the things that I do, managing the people I manage, right? Working with the partners I have from Sugar Ray Leonard, right down to the BKFC, down to the minor league, have the ability to do that. And so live in El Paso, Texas, it's true belief in yourself and be able to accelerate past people. There's no other way. It's not education. It's not where you came from. It's nothing, because you, as everyone knows, or that knows me, I overcame those obstacles. But in 2025, you know, it's the year of shining. You know, just yesterday it was Chinese New Year's. It's the year of the snake, or we call Little Dragon. So, you know, it's an auspicious year where it can be good or really bad. And so you saw that, right? 1 minute you have NVIDIA being top of the charts. A second later, NVIDIA's $500 million lower because of DeepSeek out of nowhere. And anyone that knows
out
me,
of nowhere,
right? Anyone that knows me, and you've been with me in all these meetings. What have I always said in the AI shit? I said, there's no way you're competing against China. I said, it's not happening. Now with the 996 schedule, 9 hours, you know, working a day, right? 9 days off, 6 days a week, and then there's 6 times the people that we are in the United States. It's not happening. It's just simple math, right? And that's the reality of the situation. So how do you work around those things? And that's when people don't think about those areas. And the crazy part is they weren't even trying to ChatGPT. What are they trying to do? They're just trying to do one thing, and that only thing is what? To sit there and hedge numbers. And they just sold that market. What, $1 trillion went out last night? That's insane.
Oh, bro, I'm telling you what, man. A lot of people, because I do futures as well, and a lot of a lot of my positions was like instantly liquidated, bro. Like I got upset. I was like, wait a minute, what happened? Like, and then come to find out, man, I was like, bro, this is some top notch stuff, man. Like, no, and like you said, man, it came out of nowhere. Nobody really expected this to have such an impact on not just the stock market, but the crypto world as well, man. It was terrible for everybody.
I'm going to argue this. I knew this was going to happen, right? And in our private meetings with the other AI companies, come on, man, did I not say this? Like, oh Jesus, I said this. I even said why it was going to happen, right? And everyone was like, and you see this, what I do is crypto. He says, with esports, you see me this in sports, right? Yeah. It happened, right? And you and I have been friends for many, many years, but we've also met through business. How many times have I hit this on the mark? This is not me bragging, but seriously, just me and you from the first time we met to all the other things that are happening in between. Even when I'm sitting this and spitting this stuff out at our private sessions or our advisory services, am I telling you the mark? Because when we're doing something, we're sitting on the front line with the executives, the elites, the people that make the decision. It's not the guy who has $120 million. It's the guy who's cutting the $120 million check. That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
Right. We know what's going on. You see me start with esports, and in 3 years go, and every avenue. Right. It's not made up. People that know it knows what it is. And very seldom does a leader have the ability to achieve what it wants to do in one area, much less several areas at a high level. Right. So we've got the opportunity to do that. And so I tell people this stuff, they still don't listen. They go against the grain, and it doesn't make any sense. I don't know everything, but I do know what's going on in tech on the other side of the world because we're actively involved in esports and gaming, capital raising, and the whole digital market royalty side of the business. Why wouldn't you take that advice at that point? If we're teaching guys who are the head of Sony PlayStation at SMU and going from there. And I think that's the difference with business now. In 2025, there is no more ability to now sit there and go and hedge and do these bets because what it's based off is everything. It's greed. Now it's 3 times. If you count on the first time, shame on you. Shame on me. Second time, shame on you. Third time, it's like, oh, give me a break, right? Like at this point, you have to know what it is. But knowing those things is really important. And so it's a crazy market out there, man. What do you think about the market and the crypto market?
We're in a very interesting time period, man. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on. I mean, not even just in like the tech sector, man, but just I mean, the world governments all around is there's a big shift and change in how things are going to be, in my opinion, how things are going to be handled in the future. You know, I in some ways it's going to be, you know, business as usual, but I do feel that there's going to be a big shift in how these governments interact with people, because as we see, you know, they are really starting to they're starting to get into in my feelings that starting to, you know, listen to what the people are saying, and you know, we're not necessarily feeling too ignored anymore. But yeah, I really think that there's the whole feeling of how everyday life is going to be. I think there's going to be a slight change.
Yeah, I think with the new administration coming in, numbers that they're at, I mean, and him being crypto friendly and him working with some of the big guys on his Trump meme coin.
Yeah.
And, you know, other members coming in.
I ain't gonna lie, that Trump meme coin, I didn't buy that shit because I already knew what was going to happen.
Right. I mean, rugging is no different from stock manipulation, which is no different from everything else, but it comes down to who you want. And so I tell people in the market, you want to do the market, fuck everything else, just go follow Nancy Pelosi and call it a day.
Yeah.
Right. That's it. Like, use your head. Right. It's just, but it's not just Nancy, right? It's not one side. Michael McCall banning TikTok and then putting in 1.1 million into Meta stock the day after, right? It's whoever can win, and on both sides of the aisle, they're doing that, and the lawmakers allow that. Whatever, it's what they want to do, right? But when we talk about the biggest thing that concerns me, I think crypto and blockchain will be quintessential to business and government and economies, because the economy supply and demand is no longer based on one country's GDP. It's based on the overall supply and demand of the global purchase, or hype, as we call it, right? But if your country's doing it and someone pulls it, what happens to the whole entire economy?
Yeah.
That's your question, right? And the second thing is this. Here's what's going to drive everybody nuts. You're here. I said this first. Dude, crypto is no longer crypto. All we did was hand over everything to the reason why we didn't do it. Do the blockchain, allow ETFs, allow them to understand the market. All we did was give them more transparency and data, dummies.
Hey, and here's the thing. Here's the thing. Why I tell a lot of people, and I've really been trying to emphasize this, right? Because there's a lot of folks are like, oh, I don't want to, you know, I don't want them to to be involved because I want to be private. This is DeFi. This is Look, DeFi is not DeFi as you think it is. And for those of you that don't know what DeFi is decentralized finance. So basically, it's like you hiding, you can doing your transactions and without anybody knowing and stuff like that. But what you don't understand, what people need to really understand, is that wherever you on-ramped, wherever you've off-ramped, they have all your information. They have all your account information. They have, and that's the beauty and the curse of the blockchain. It's because it's completely transparent, and everything can be tracked. Everything can be tracked. I don't care if you bought money, if you bought something on Coinbase and you sent it to this wallet, you sent it to that wallet, and blah 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 blah, so on and so forth. Guess what? They have your name, your information, your bank account information. They have all the wallets that you've interacted with, as well as all the wallets that those wallets have interacted with. If you've ever used breadcrumbs, check it out. Go look up breadcrumbs, put in a wallet address, and it will spit out. It will give you basically a spider web. It's the wallet verse, right? It's literally wallet. Every wallet that you've ever interacted with, it'll print it, it'll spit it out. And also it'll spit it out to where you've off-ramped and on-ramped, whether it be like Coinbase, crypto.com or whatnot. They don't have your specific account numbers with that, right? But it shows that you sent money there. So guess what? If the feds ever wanted to find you out, get your information or whatever, they're going to go to the exchange. They're going to serve a warrant. And guess what? The exchanges are not going to forego billions of dollars for your one little wallet. They will give them the information that they
need. Ain't shit. You ain't shit. And that's the only word of that. It drives me nuts when people are like, oh my God, they're taking my information. I'm like, dude, nobody wants your information. Your mom doesn't want your information. Like this oversensitivity of hypersecurity and the government having this and China that. Dude, China in my ass. You don't want to be China? Everything in your phone is made in China. Your Xbox is China. Your headsets is China. Your speaker is China. Dude, what are they going to do? Send a stupid red balloon across? That's ludicrous. It's China.
Yeah.
That was manufactured 40 years ago. Right?
Yeah.
And the issue is understanding what's really going on in the market and the economy. And so this is a great thing because for guys who are trying to rug and pull, you can no longer do it. That's what I think is a great advantage and why, it's a cautionary tale for people who don't understand and they want to do it. That does not shake down the law. Just because you didn't accidentally murder them does not mean you're not going to be on trial.
Yeah.
Right? So that no longer can exist because, when I bought Snoop and that in the 17 market, right? And I came back with Biz being in the NFT market. And then all the stuff I've done in between, from helping create the BUSD things and all the stuff that we've done. What's one thing I keep telling everybody? Lack of transparency from the founder, from the leader, from the person who's behind it, their intentions, the things that they have, the reasons that apply. People blindly will close their eyes and believe any propaganda in media on a person that they've never met in their lives and put their whole financial savings, but they won't invest in their friend's business. This is a critical issue in life because the haterade mentality of I'm going to be bigger and better, that initial thought is not the intention. And now the markets through the blockchain and everything else is going to catch you, dummy.
Yeah.
Humans have it. It's done. ETFs are done. Right? It's no different than a stock. People are like, I don't get crypto. It's a freaking stock. It's fair what stock. Bitcoin is a stock. It's this. Supply and demand.
Exactly.
Basic concepts of crypto. Well, I don't get it. It's in a ledger. You don't get what a ledger is. An accountant as a damn adult. Go back to school. You gotta know what a ledger is. Right? A ledger means I'm tracing the steps in accounting, as Extra White Managing Partners over here might know, who's a $1 billion merger. All you do is trace and understand. And so when these guys don't have these answers and we're doing this markets and markets manipulating and there's an objective that's not making sense, you're going to get this mass exodus of dog shit. And you've heard me say this time and time again. And how many businesses and meetings have you and I been in where a crypto company will pitch us? They're going to do great. Where are they now? Where's the CEOs? No disrespect, but that's an ego-based business. And you don't have to hire me or Vince, but you have to hire someone who's done it and not one-time crackpot, $5 million or $50 million off of one crypto. Big whoop, you manipulated and you got lucky. Can you do it time and time again? Can that leader sit there and translate that to other leaders so they can be able to learn, understand the viewpoint? That's where the market now has to be, and your investment mentality has to be in order to succeed. Because with deep fakes and AI, you better know your shit.
Yeah. Absolutely. And I mean, and that's another thing that I try to explain to business owners that have been sitting on the sidelines wanting to get into crypto and stuff like that. You know, it's they're hearing all this terminology and they're like, oh, you know, what is this? What does it mean to go to the moon and all this? I said it's a bunch of hype bullshit, right? All they do is they're selling you an idea, but they're not telling you exactly how they're going to execute this idea. They don't, and most of them don't even know. You get a lot of these quote unquote devs that will launch a token, and you know they're early 20 somethings, launch a token, give out these great ideas that they're going to do this, they're going to do that, and they have no idea how to execute them. And what do they end up doing? They end up burning through the marketing funds. They end up selling tokens, and then to hire people off of like Fiverr and stuff like that. That's going to, you know, and other people that ends up ripping them off because they don't even know how to conduct business properly, right? They don't know how to protect themselves. They don't know how to protect their token. They don't know how to protect their investors. And boom, next thing you know, it's oh, this has been such a drag on my life. $30
million in the other industry, but oh my God, let me not pay everybody. You know, let me pretend I'm noble about it, right? Like
I had a death in the family. I can't do this anymore. Or
members die. Like everybody's family members die. Oh my God, it's so much. Oh my God, who is it? It's not for who.
This has been such a toll on my life.
The question was like this, right? Who's to blame? Who's to blame? Right? The sucker who keeps buying, the greedy sucker who keeps thinking they're smart in the system, who thinks that they know more, who thinks that if they hit the luck, they'll make money because they saw their friend do it. And
yeah,
what is it? And then if you put the money behind those people and you're willing to put your life savings and you don't educate and learn the basis of that person, they have more to lose. You're to blame. The market's to blame. You, the greedy person, is to blame because you have chosen it. I don't buy crypto. You know that damn well I don't buy no crypto.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm behind all the projects on my crypto. How's that for an answer? Because it's too volatile. Too many people are too crazy. Until there's some sort of stability. I'm not saying all crypto. There's some great communities and things that work. But in the world of technology, we call that IoT, Internet of Things. That means random shit in the internet, and then we're going to make a proposal together. If NVIDIA can tank because of technological changes, because they didn't see China, what company out there that's listening to this, what I believe as a VC, would have a shot in hell making money? It's the hard truth.
Yeah. And like you said, I mean, the technology continues to change. It continues to evolve. So you may think, oh, I have this piece of tech. Oh, it's going to be the greatest thing ever. But guess what? There's 50 other people doing it. And then there's another 1,000 people that's copying that. But then there's going to be that one that made it even better than what the original was. And guess what? Boom. Now your technology, your greatest technology that's ever came to the market is now no longer that special, and boom, you lose investors, and you move on to the next token, and it's a lot of these same devs that keep doing that. It's like, how many wallets do we need, right? How many, because everybody wants to scream, oh, utility, and it's like, okay, well, what's your utility? Oh, well, I've got this great wallet, it's got such great security and everything. Okay, well, there's way bigger companies that's already established. I don't have to buy their token for them to develop it. It's already there. So, I mean, what's great about it? What is your wallet doing that these other 50 wallets aren't doing?
That's what, and this is what happens to countries. So basic supply and demand, right? Countries in South America, countries in North America, the historic of time, the currency has to be backed by something.
Yeah.
It's no secret the US dollar is not backed by anything. Gold reserves, but now they're backed by oil reserves because why? because all oil in the world is traded by what? The US dollar.
Yes.
Nothing to do with Saudi. It is a peg, which means a hedge against the economy of the guys who are producing it. Well, if I'm the one producing it, what price do I want to make it? Whatever the fuck I want it to be. That's the difference, right? I watched Landman the other day. There's a scene where the guy's sitting there talking, oil and gas guy, and Billy Bob Thornton, and he's talking to the cartel and talking about the minerals and stuff. And he said, my business is just like yours, but mine's bigger because everybody needs gas. Everybody needs gas, right? The issues are always the same. When these countries are not backed by anything, it doesn't work. So how can a business that is a financial product, I don't even care what your utility is. If you don't have utility, then you shouldn't be in business. That's called basic security. That's like me saying I don't have fucking locks on my door. Give me a break. Who cares? What you have to do is really understand what's backing it. Now, minerals, contracts, products, brands. That makes sense because if you back it by a product, for example, my first did crypto, I was first one I brought up with the diamonds. It was backed by the diamonds, by the diamond price to do what? Peg, or as you guys like to call it, what in the world? Stable coin. Same shit. I don't even study this shit, guys. It's just bullshit terminology. You just have to think about it. It's literally the same shit, right? And you're pegging it. If you have a company that doesn't peg it through, it doesn't match, that means it's like monopoly money. It doesn't exist, dummies.
Yeah.
And the fact that people can sit there and sue and blame all these people, dude, you're the greedy suckers.
That's right.
Who are you gonna blame? Yourself? Oh, I didn't know. You. Let me get this straight. You, in a day of the internet, when computers are talking to computers and parallel universes and UFOs, this person was telling me, I didn't know. I couldn't research it. Computers are talking to each other, man. Give me a break. That's laziness. That's the thing that's happening in this world when we do business. Everybody makes you guys do blue collar work. What's blue collar work? Let's talk about it. Doctor, lawyer, teacher, engineer. You die, there's no money. White collar work means you get royalties. A guy like Jerry Jones.
Yeah.
In this world, everything that we're doing is blue collar. Then you get into crypto. Outside of the physical work of buying the damn thing. And if I'm the creator, right? So I control, I don't know, let's just say I have 10 bags of chips. Well, I make the chips. I'm the one that has the chips. So I can control the bag prices. Here's one chip. Here's two chips. Here's three chips. That's called Bitcoin, dummies. Same thing. It's the exact same thing. Right? I'm holding the chips. If I hold the chips, can I tank the market and run? That's called stock manipulation. That's what they're doing.
That's exactly what they're doing right now.
I'm 25 years old or 24 years old, and I can't even get a fucking rental car at Enterprise. I can't get a Enterprise. And you're mad that you threw your whole savings. What other fucking business would you give your whole life savings to who's 20 years old who's never done it before? Give me a break.
And see, and that's another thing. Like I try to explain to people because they're like, "Oh man, hey, Dragonrider, hey, man, I want to get into crypto." And I'm like, "All right, well, what do you know about it?" I'm like, "Oh, well, I see Bitcoins at and they'll throw out a price, and I'm like, no, actually Bitcoin, they'll be like, oh, I seen Bitcoin the other days at like 65K. And I'm like, no, it's at 100K. What? Really? And it's like, well, okay, you didn't know. So what else do you know about crypto? And they're like, just Bitcoin and Ethereum. And I'm like, bro, come on. I said, first and foremost, what you need to do, and I tell this to everybody, and just because they want me to hold their hand and show them the way of, what I'm saying? So I put them to the test. I'm like, all right. I said, here's your homework. Go research, go Google something, what a blockchain is, Google fucking what Bitcoin is, go read Bitcoin's white paper, and come back and tell me something about cryptocurrency. You know what? Most of them I don't even hear back from.
No, because what they want to do is they want you to do the work, not get paid, deal with the SEC, DOJ, and tell you how much they love you, and you're getting the back end. I'm like, give me a break, dude. Get in the back end. Oh, we got a pair of developers. So your developers are so great and you are so great that you can't even push out the fucking product and make money.
Yeah.
Give me a break, dude. Right? That's a sucker's bet. And if you keep following the sucker's bet, you're going to be a sucker. Educate yourself the right way. You know, one of the blessings I have is I teach at several universities. SMU is one of them. If an executive at a major Fortune 100 company, the president, can go learn, everybody can learn, right? It's FOMO, fear of missing out. You seem to do sands of time.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm afraid of missing out? I'm afraid of missing out on all the hell I'm going to get if I lose all my money in some bullshit. That should be someone's real FOMO, right? And then if you missed the first one, cool. Let's talk about the second thing. You've seen this, right, Vince? From SEMA to now. If the guy can't float through other industries, if they can't teach other people, they're not floating like a butterfly, stinging like a bee, like my man here, Muhammad Ali. What are they doing? They're not even like Bruce Lee. They're not flowing with water. They're going against the current.
Yeah.
That makes no sense. And then you're going to get mad that you didn't invest in that area. That drives me. It doesn't make any sense. And you've heard me tell you this lately from a Deloitte standpoint. Everything matters on your valuation, your basis. It's not your business plan, kids. Your business plan is an imaginary idea. It's like a coloring book. But the coloring book has to get produced. So they need financials. Those financials will dictate where the business goes. Well, I made financials. I made P&Ls. Yes, from imaginary bullshit land. They're not real numbers. They're made up bullshit numbers that everybody's going to look up online and put in a fucking template and ChatGPT it and da. If you don't think VCs know that, you're out of your flipping mind. You're a sucker and you're doing sucker plays. But to change it, here's how you can do it. Take it back and think about this. By working and educating, allowing them, by having things that match the things that you're doing, by matching the hedge to a resource, something that exists that shows a secondary market, for your ability to educate so people can't sit there and say there's no utility. Educate your people. What a concept they're going to buy. How come no one educates their community on what's going on in the bad things? Because it's a sucker's bet. You know me, I'll educate you on everything, good or bad. If I screw up, it doesn't matter, because we all have to learn from the greater good.
That's right.
Making those adjustments and shifts now make you want to invest in things that you have to do in order to succeed. And here's a kicker. For all the crypto guys are sitting there talking blah, 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 blah. Dude, there are guys like fucking Jake Paul who are making 80 times more than you because just doing social media. Like, give me a break. This world is no longer based off of one-trick ponies. It's no longer based on the humble. It's no longer based on what's right and wrong. It's based on a fucking show. And if you haven't figured it out by now, wake up. Because the only thing you're buying is a show, like the Wizard of Oz. And you're going to blame yourself when you know it's a fake show, put on the red shoes, tap 3 times, get to Wizard of Oz, have something hit you, people are dying, and still deal with all this journey. And at the end go, I didn't know. That's a sucker's bet. That's self-sabotage, right? And that's not the way to win. A winner knows what's going on, understands the opportunity, hits the opportunity because they really understand it. And that one skill set will be the same skill set for everything in the financial business. I've literally just proven you can say a terminology and I'll say a finance banking term and people will be like, what the fuck? It's the same shit. Right? The biggest problem is you're more in your head. Oh my God. Oh my God. You want to make money or not? You want to make money or not? Because the oh my God guys, that 22-year-old, I'll sucker you. You know your shit.
Yeah.
And then things will be better. That's a trick.
That's right. Before we continue, look, I want to give a big shout out to Bro World Rick, man, for the 50 bomb. Appreciate you, buddy, man. Hey, great guy. And look, hey, if just a quick little pitch for him, man. Hey, y'all need to hit him up if you like going cruises and stuff like that, man. He's got the package deals that you want. Great knowledgeable guy, man, and he will hook you up.
Doggy. You know, I just thought we should do it with Rick. We should do a Connect X cruise with Rick hosting.
Yo! Yo, I love it.
You see that, guys? Just like that. That's how I think of ideas. Bring us on, hire us, Dragonrider Panda. We got your back. Easy peasy.
Hey, yeah. We need to link that up, man. Hey, Rick, we go. Hey,
yo, make that happen.
We need to talk.
Rick, that's us.
Appreciate Tim, man. My wife's in the building. Miss J.K. Thompson is in the building.
Oh, I love Jackie. I can't say the other thing because people don't really know what we're joking about. So I love Jackie. I love her. Come on, think of that. I love her.
Oh man. But hey, so look, we had some great conversation so far, man. But you know what? Let's get some backstory on Mr. David Chen, right? Man, where you come from?
You know, it's a story, right? I think I've told people before, you know, came from Taiwan. You talk about a country being born in a country that's not a country, be born in Taiwan. I'm like, at least your country's a knowledge country. You know, the biggest country in the world that like half your family is from there. Like, wait, talk about a real cultural crisis and issue and idealism, fundamentalism as a human being. Like, it's the same time.
Yeah.
But doing that, growing up in the U.S., you know, living in Colorado, now in Texas and different parts, growing across the border, speaking fluent Spanish, English, Mandarin, you know, that's 85% of the world's languages. And so when I made partner in 7 years at Deloitte, you know, one of the youngest partners in the world, did $40 million, did $1 billion in transactions, you know, sat on boards of government, did trade while owning nightclubs, bars, and restaurants, right? That's when I wanted to go to corporate renewer, and I finalized the formula that there's 168 hours in a week. And that 168 hours is something I teach in my advanced courses. I've broken down to you that in full relationship, working out, eating, doing everything, have a full-time 40-hour job, you still have 6 to 7 hours extra a day that you're wasting bullshitting, doing whatever you're doing. But you're not identifying and being conscious of it. That's why you can't get your shit done. Where me, I'm very conscious of things that I can and can't do in my time. So I don't let my brain wander with bullshit. I just get the shit done. As you know, being for years, and probably now more than ever, I just get my shit done. I don't talk about it, just get it done, right? That is what the elites teach you. See, the thing about being a billionaire and a millionaire that's really interesting is the guys who actually have written all those books, a big chunk of them aren't even billionaires. They're great books. You learn from them. They're not millionaires. They wrote the books. So they told the story, but they never woke up and walked life. Now, I'm saying all of them. I'm saying some of them, some of the fundamental ones. And I refuse to say the name because I'm not here to shit on it. They're great books. But that fundamental theory comes back to reality today. Same thing I just talked about crypto 5 minutes ago. Who you're learning from and what you're doing, right? At a higher level, the thing that makes me think is really funny when I go from here, you know, now CEO of Miami Pro League, right? Which is the NBA, Udonis Haslem, shout out UD, is one of my partners, the commissioner there. Dude, I watched this guy growing up. I'll never tell him that. But I manifested my life, right? How else is a homeless illegal immigrant get there?
Yeah.
Education, right? And we talk about bare knuckle fighting, working closely with Dave Feldman, their group, and Conor McGregor. We were just there the other night with Andre Drummond, you know, our buddy Mr. Gibson, and, you know, at the corporate suites, right? How? Right? You got on the phase class, things that we're doing in phase, you know, being one of the first investors in 2017, 2018, bringing Snoop Dogg into the crypto world, starting the very first IRL. That was me. You're welcome. Right? Working against the SEC and DOJ, beating them when they were doing the whole investigation, not beating them because I was doing something wrong, but because I knew the regulatory framework from Deloitte that made my ass stay out of jail.
Yeah.
And I was more money on developers instead of hiring someone like you to get me out of jail. That tells me something. That's a scam. I'm out.
Yeah.
And you know, Vince, I'm 100 for 100 at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, call it up. That's why. Because when you're doing this stuff, the guys from Deloitte, your KPMGs, your Ernst & Young, every major company has to go through that. Every government. So you might have the smartest motherfucker from Harvard. That guy still has to go through a Deloitte. Think the end goal, people. Think who is running the ship. Let's think the top. Who's making that privilege? Deloitte. So understanding the things that happen so you don't run into trouble, going through those views, understanding the business, the aspects, before you spend your life savings and break your fucking heart in some business that you think is going to work because your friends love it every weekend. Give me a break, man. This is 2025. This is the year of making money. Get the knowledge and then get the gold. No knowledge, you will lose the gold. It's just that simple.
Yeah.
Where in the history of time has that ever been any different? Name one culture, one history book, one lesson that wasn't true. There isn't. There isn't. So, that's what I need. And so I teach, obviously, I created the curriculum at SMU for esports and gaming. I'm at West Virginia University. I created the major and minor in esports and gaming and governance, corporate responsibilities. I'm at UIL creating a bunch of different courses I can't announce yet, but I'll be there. There'll be an announcement coming up soon. I'll be at the University of Mumbai's new university AI, which is the first AI university in the world. So for all these AI experts that are out there, teach at the university, then you're an expert.
Yeah.
Right? Not what you read online through Google, through the same things that we all read on YouTube, we've all read on Reddit. That doesn't make you an expert. That makes you a reader.
That's right.
You talk about the 16 chapels doesn't mean actually seen the fucking.
That's
16
right, man.
Right? So it makes you a reader. Does not make you an expert. It makes you, we call it in the world of where I come from, we call you midnight.
Oh, back up just a second. You just cut. You cutting out.
Can you see me now? Damn, I can see you and hear you. Vince.
Oh, there we go. There you go. Okay. All right, you're back.
See you right down your face. I was doing the robot. I mean, but the whole point is I'm so fed up with the market manipulating and hurting good, hard-working, honest people. I'm so tired of these founders forgetting what the fuck we did and why blockchain and crypto existed. You maniacal, egotistical pieces of shit. You could have helped countries and human beings, but you want a fucking rug because you're an asshole. Yeah. It's crazy to me, the things that people do in business now and can live with themselves. That's not success. Success to me isn't being a billionaire and everyone in the world hating you and your kids hating you, your wife hating you. That to me, you're an asshole, dude. And I'll tell you that to your face. Success is you helping people, making money, helping ecosystems, helping governments actually grow, and you can make all the fucking money you want. But with the principal intentions, that's all that matters. And to me, that's what I mean. That's what I'm about, right? The reality is doing the right thing and making it work.
Absolutely. So, man, coming from the humble beginnings that you came from, man, like how did you get into this, like this, I'm going to be about my business mindset?
Well, everyone's talking about the struggle and how hard their life is. Try coming to a country homeless and illegal and dig out a fucking garbage can at 2 years old, and then you'll know, and that's your first memory. How's that for an answer? See, this is the greatest country in the world, man. Greatest fucking country in the world. I'll say that out loud, proud of it as an American. Right here in front of my house, right here in my office, big ass US flag. You've seen it. What makes America so great is when you come from another country like me, you watch the movies, the media, the crypto news, the music. You dream from your shitty ass place that you're coming from, that you come to this great country for a better life, because the movies make you smile and believe it, from little kids movies, from Mighty Ducks to Wall Street, that you can make it. And only in this country can you go to a New York or an LA and Miami and make it. There's nowhere else in any other countries in the world that have 3 major cities that you can really hit it. Oil and gas in Houston. Doesn't work that way anywhere else. Only the United States of America. America is so great that the trends in the music, we all want to be there. But it's so great because everyone in the world knows about it, because of the millions of immigrants who live here, who tell everybody the story of America, right? So when they get here, you realize they don't want you. It was just a movie.
Wow, that's deep, bro.
It's true. I can speak this. You know how it is, Vince.
Yeah.
Me, I do my thing, and then when I tell you how I got here, everyone goes, "What the fuck?" And then they look at the voting thing and they're like, "Huh." I don't care what you do, what you vote. Rules are rules, regulations are regulations. I got lucky. It is what it is. But in this country, when you come from nothing and you can't even get Section 8, there is no race. Just people trying to live, to eat, to not be hungry anymore, to not starve to the point where your stomach churns so much that your mother's crying because she can't feed you. So what makes me move? Never live like that again in my life. To break the cycle, do my job as a man before I leave. Tell the universe, the world that I can. And so I did it. I believed in myself. Ain't no motherfucker believe in me. You see the people quit on me time and time again. I prove everybody wrong. I'm a winner. I always win. I never fucking lose. When you come from nothing, you will always win. Everybody here is a winner. You were born here. It was impossible for you to get here. When I believe in people, as you know, they don't believe in themselves. I came from nothing. I see talent. I survived. There's so much talent in everybody. But they who are in America not only won't take advantage of the greatest country in the world, will use the fucking excuse that's because of other people. How dare them?
Yeah.
You're the fucking standard in this world. Do your job. Give everything. Show the world how better we are, like the good old USA was. And that's every business owner and any leader in any country. That's why you should be in this shit. Money comes easily. Not being able to live with yourself does not.
Facts, bro. Oh, see, that's what I'm telling you, man. Hey, my homie Samuel, he's in the chat right now, man. I told him, I said, look, I said, I'm gonna tell you what, David's been my mentor for a few years now, man, and he's just, dude, some of the shit that he says is just straight power, man. And then like, you know, you can be so powerful and everything, and in your speech, and then you're like, you know what? All right, let's take it back. Let's have a moment. Let's do a little bit of meditation. It's like, wait a minute, we just come from that, and then we just gonna back up and just let it simmer, man. And then within that, you get that calm, and then that power is just like it's like a calm. I don't know. It's like a calm power. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. You just it wells up, and then it's like, bro, I'm relaxed, but I'm juiced. You know
I
what?
agree with that, man. I like my emotions, unlike the crypto market with bell curves, consistent and up. That's my life. I like my projects to be consistent enough. Actually, if you think about events and all the companies I'm really working with now, that's always how I've been. Or the people I work with, they're not consistent enough. I don't care, right? They might not be able to know everything, but they have good energy, consistent enough. I'll stick with them. You know that by now, right? The thing that makes people fail the most in any business is because they're not conscious of what is going on. In other words, let me explain to you. You can sit there and follow every single trade of every single hour and follow the metrics and know what trades are going to go where at what time based on what market and what report and earnings report is going to happen by that Friday. You'll know the news halfway around the world. You'll know computers where they talk, but you can't remember your wife's birthday. You can't remember your mother and your father who fed you and took care of you and babied you and did everything for you because you're a corporate greedy ass motherfucker. Because you forgot why you came here. Those things are the existence of human being, of human emotion, of human understanding, should be the core of everyone's intentionalities. And we forget that because our self-esteem, our egos, are never feeling good about ourselves, never getting the reactions we want when we make things happen, when we work our asses off, especially as men.
Yeah.
It starts triggering an effect that now it becomes no longer the purpose like you were when you were 12, and that boy, that kid would have kicked your ass for being such an asshole because that kid knew what was right and wrong. That's who leads me today. And every decision I made, led by the Almighty, and going from there, because there's no other way I've gotten here, man. I'm smart enough and humble enough to know I'm not that smart. I ain't that educated. I don't know that much, but I know that much, and I'm that smart. I'm that educated. It's not me, right? It's a higher calling being, right? And you can doubt it, argue it, whatever you want. I'll do what Nietzsche says. If you die, it doesn't exist, cool. If you die and it doesn't exist, you're fucked. Might as well believe. That's the difference. And having it do the right way, intentionality, you literally manifest everything you believe in. If you don't think it's going to work, it's not going to work. You talk yourself out of it. That breath that you hold, the little doubt, the little twinkle in your eye as you smile to all your fucking friends and cry in the fucking bathroom. I'll throw all that bullshit. The end result's simple when you make it to the top. When you pay off your mom's house and the car and you've helped the world, it's more lonely than it's ever been. So it's not about you at that point. So these motherfuckers trying to Diddy's and Epstein's, all these crazy asses. It's a pivotal moment when you realize it's about everybody else.
Yeah.
That's all this is. And then things work the way they do. And you've seen it, man. You've seen it. Miracle after miracle. I say it's going to happen. It just happens. That's why I don't say anything crazy about myself, because what I say happens. Everyone has that power. Everybody can break free of the matrix. It's learning the codes to not react. So then to be uneven, to be a herd athlete, and then you can't do the trades, and you can't think right, and you can't do your business right, and now you're falling behind. Dude, a herd athlete, does he play injured? No, he takes time off. He recuperates. He takes a step back. In baseball, you go back to triple fucking A before you play. What is the difference in your life? What is the difference? You got to take that step back. That's ego. And if you're doing your business, you're going to hire an attorney, you're going to hire an accountant. Where's the business guy for business? Hire the business person first who's done business, who has something to lose. He doesn't need your little 4, 5, 50, 100, 200 grand. He has more to lose because of their businesses. Those people you want to work with, the ones that are willing to have something to lose because they don't want to screw you. They want their reputation to work. And Vince, I'm losing my voice, man. You know, you can hear it. I'm turning the Godfather, bro. But that's what, fucking all day, 12 hours a day, 20 hours a day, 7 days a week, man.
I know, bro. You don't stop, man. You like a damn machine, bro.
I'm not sponsored by Boost, but I'm going to try it here. I mean, it makes, voice difference?
Yeah.
I've been using it, and so it helps a little bit, man. It's the cords are dry. So that's what I'm doing, man. Drinking fucking hot tea, eating fucking seaweed, fucking kombucha, fucking honey, just trying to keep my voice going because the devil wants to strip my voice, not let people know that deception really is the apple, and all these motherfuckers are deceiving us, and I'm tired of this shit. That's why I'm coming out, speaking the way I am, doing things I'm doing different than before, because someone's got to do it. Might as well be me.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yes, sir.
So, all right. So, for young entrepreneurs that wants to take that journey into being their own person and take control of their life, man. What's just one simple piece of advice that you would give them?
The first thing is, give me 1 second. Sorry, it's my dad. First thing is, you're not a victim. I don't care who you are. You're not a victim. Life sucks. It's hard. It's difficult. But you cannot say with complete certainty that someone else's life was not harder than yours. You didn't live it. You have no idea. So you're not a victim. If anything, you're the luckiest person in the fucking world because computers talk to each other. If I had ChatGPT and social media 20 years ago, dude, I guarantee you'd be a 15-time billionaire at this point. Guarantee. So you're lucky. The economy is open. You don't have those stupid racism and stupidity and as much ignorance as you did when I was growing up back in the day, because the world can see everything now. So you have no excuse. Don't be a victim. It's the first thing. Second thing, learn your foundation. In any business, new, old, new company, old company, seasoned vet jumping into there, NBA player jumping in. I advise a bunch of people, work with them, consult them, nominees, winners, all those are my partners.
Yeah.
The one thing that everybody has in the white collar mentality that the blue collar does not teach is they don't step over hundreds for pennies, and blue collar always does. So know the game, know your foundation. If you're learning from someone who's a blue collar with no royalties, that's what you're going to learn. If that's okay, go learn it. I'm sure they're great and they love it. It's not what they say. It's not based off of how many followers they have. I have less followers than all these big names, but guess what? Those are CEOs and presidents and professional teams. That matters. That's the hype or the hype video or to the moon. Same bullshit, the same word.
Yeah.
In the world of movies, it's called a movie trailer. Same thing, blows your mind. That's how I've been able to free myself from the matrix, because I've seen all the codes, and you see this, and to me, it's just like, and it's not even hard. Have you ever even seen me in a business meeting not know the answer? No, because you have to know the game. Foundation starts with writing, being a good writer, understanding that, human psychology, empathy, body language, and networking skills. Knowing those 5 cores, how to talk to people. Learn how to talk to people allows you to do what? Know what they need. Being empathetic, feeling, understanding pain allows you to what? Create a closer connection. Educating yourself, learning from higher power allows you to think bigger picture, because if they think bigger, we want to learn from something bigger or smaller, bigger. So we learn from the bigger. Who am I learning from? I don't have the money all the time. There's educational resources out there and all the single time. If you want to join my mentor group, hit up Vince, hit me up, davidchenpanda.com. You're more than welcome to. Classes are free. Everyone's at 6:30. Vince, if you can have the link to one of the things, I'd be happy to.
Yep.
Information. All CEOs, different people there. JT Barnett, Kevin Warren, director of Tiger Kings, one of our guys. It's real shit, right? Know your foundation, your core, right? Third thing, know yourself. You're not going to fool anybody that you're 20 years old and you have more experience than anybody. It's not going to happen. The numbers don't make sense. You're not going to fool anybody with their fast cars and their cool things. Guys who have real money own car companies. Guys who have real money own all those cars. We can tell it's a fucking rental by looking at it. Just like I tell if it's a fake thing. Don't buy fake shit. And don't buy the cheapest LV and the cheapest Gucci. Just be you. Invest in yourself. Your 20s is about forming the plan and learning the foundation. In sports, you're riding the bench. In your 30s is when you start playing the league. That's when you take the things that you have. Then you go and explore and do what you have to do. And you explore that and you make it work. And in your 30s, you know who you are. Because by 30, you now have 10 years of experience. So I won't be like you're 20 you're talking about. That's why financial advising and the Vanguard stuff and all that stuff drives me nuts, because you watch a bunch of kids who are 26 trying to give somebody financial advice. They use them for burnout, to burn them out. And that's what it's called. And then they'll sit there and use them and go from there, right? Then they'll learn their stuff. It's a financial institution. Once you're 30s, you know who you are. You take the structure you're going. Now you're exploring. Now you're in entrepreneur phase. There's more stability. You're mature. Not make stupid decisions anymore. In fact, if you realize the older you've gotten, the more mature you are. If you're 18, compare yourself when you're 12. There's your answer. Or when you're 6. Maturity. That's the key of the game. Then your 40s when you make that's when you make the fucking money. Go look at President Trump's inaugural photo. Go look at that photo. Most of those guys didn't get their starts till the late 30s and 40s. All those guys are in tech. Joe Rogan, Sanjay from Google, Zuck, Bezos, Elon. In fact, there was no traditional brick and mortar companies. There are no JP Morgans. There are no financials. And all those guys, you know their names because out of all the CEOs, they're the cool ones that let everyone know who the fuck they are. That's why their market in the top 5, the trinity of Apple things, don't even have real portfolios in places. So you're going to play by the same rules that your mom or your dad taught you when guys like that are outthinking you? Give me a break. That's what you have to know, the difference of. That's what's winning and losing, and knowledge and networking is everything. It's about knowing people and being nice to them. That's all it is. That's why I say nice.
Absolutely, man. So I had one question from chat. What motivates you to stay consistent in the beginning of starting a business?
I'm a man. It's my job. I don't have a choice.
Simple.
Do you have a choice?
No, not at all.
It's depending on you and your shoulders. It's not fair. We grew up one day, we became men. The world is the most unkindness to poor men.
That's
Can
fact.
you afford that? Can you afford people talking shit about you when the world's that unkind already to men? Can you afford to doubt yourself and beat yourself up when people are already fucking nagging at you all day long? You're a boss. I refuse to do that. So I talk about myself. I get about myself, nothing negative. I love myself unconscious. So what motivates me is to know that if I act that way, other people will see it and that will make a change. One of my newest clients, never met him. We're in a meeting, he asked Paige, sent a call, he goes, dude, I'm freaking out. I go, why? He goes, my whole fucking thesis paper, my college thesis paper was about you, David. I shit you not, Vince. 7 years ago, that's impact, right? You don't have a choice. It's like going to war. And I'll tell you a story of history. I can't remember the general. The general comes in, they're in a ship. It's 100 men versus 1,000. They get off the boats. Everyone's getting ready at night. They're all scared and nervous. They all want to go home, right? They don't know what to do. They've never been here before. They're just doing what they think is right. They just want to be with their kids, man. Have a fucking beer and call it a day. You know what the general does? He burns all the ships. And he says, you want to make it? You got to kill 10,000 people. That's my mentality every day, brother. There is no bridge. Burn the bridge of doubt. You don't know how to do it? Go educate yourself. I can't afford it? Bullshit. Spend all the money on a strip club, all the money on Gucci, all the money on TV subscription, all the money on bullshit trips. Give me a break. You don't want to take care of yourself. The quicker you realize as men and human beings that you don't have a fucking choice, the quicker you get your head out of your ass, educate, face that fear like everyone else has to, and realize that you are the chosen one. You. In the world of computers are talking to each other, in the world where social media exists, in the world that you find all the knowledge on your phone, you are the chosen one to break the cycle. If your other family members had the tech, they would have done it. But you are chosen. There's no excuse. Make no doubt about it. Every human being on this world, poor, rich, young, whatever it is, we were chosen. So choose wisely. Do your job. And that's how I do it. That's why I tell myself every day, man, I don't even have a problem. I just do it. I'm going to argue about the fucking dishes. Just do the dishes. That's where the time's wasted. That's where the devil wants to get you. That's where you lack motivation. You don't lack motivation. You lack consciousness. Your ability to really understand what is happening, the manipulation behind it. That's why I try to teach. Consciousness, reality, freedom from the matrix, man.
Frequency.
Amen to that.
You got to get on. You got to get in it.
You got to get in it, baby.
Bro, man, damn, that's deep. But look, man. So for anybody that wants to get in on these weekly sessions, I'm not gonna post a link because I hate putting things out there and people don't take advantage of it, or they don't take the time to really put in the work themselves. You want to get in on some of these weekly sessions with some of us that are in this frequency, that are in this mindset to be better persons, to really conduct business. Reach out to me and I'll send you the link or whatnot. And but you got to take that step forward. You got to take that effort. And then at the same time, you can also look. What David has spoken about here is just the tip of the iceberg in this knowledge that this man has. And the motivation that this man has. I'm gonna tell you what. So I mean, head over. You can go to pananomics.com and sign up for his classes, man. But I'm gonna tell you what. I've taken the classes, and it is definitely worth the experience, because last year I made a big change. I took that step. I made a change in myself, and here we are right now with Dragonryders Media, man. So I'm gonna tell you what, I don't care where you come from, what kind of mindset you think you're in, you can always be better than what you think you're capable of. Yes. And this guy right here, I'm gonna tell you what, bro, I'm telling you, every time I talk to this man, I get like butterflies in my chest and stuff. I love this guy, man. I ain't gonna lie. No homo stuff. But you know what I'm saying? It's like, man, it's like I got love for family, man. And David is definitely one of my family members. He's a great guy. Great guy.
Thanks for having me on, dude. I mean, anytime, dude. Anyone out there that wants to reach out to me, I'm on David Chen Panda, and on socials, you can go to davidchenpanda.com to see the classes. Wednesdays are open, but the difference, I think, a lot of people, when you want someone to do it for you and they take your money, that's because they'll keep doing that because they don't want you to know it. I'm a different mindset. I'll teach you it, and if you want me on, great. But I don't need to manipulate the situation. That's the intentionality that's different, right? And you guys have to think about that when you're working with people, right? That intentionality, the intention is the result that will be shown in the outcome. That's it.
That's what's up, man. Look, I appreciate you, man. I hope your voice feels better and stuff like that. And like I said, once again, if you haven't already, make sure you follow, like, subscribe and stuff to all of David's socials. I'll be posting those in the description. And if you haven't already, of course, make sure you follow, like, subscribe on all my socials as well. You know what I'm saying? It helps keep the motivation going. And even if you don't, you know what? I'm glad you stopped by. I'm glad you listened. This is also being posted on iHeartRadio, Spotify, wherever you like to listen to your podcast as well. Definitely give this a listen. If you missed any information, you could always play it from the beginning, baby. So
we're back.
Yes. With that being said, appreciate everybody. Thank you once again, David, man. You've been awesome, and we are out of here.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit. Watch out if your enemy's a road ahead of full prophecy to be the greatest beast the world has ever seen. I feed him every day.